Hi guys, this is Arkelle here, and I found my memory card! Oh my god! I found it. If you guys didn't know, I had lost my memory card from my camera, so I was unable to record for a few days, and I was frantically searching for it. But I did end up finding it, and I went ahead and ordered another one anyway, so just in case I ever do lose one of them, I will have a backup, so you guys won't be without videos. I know you guys must be sad. Anyway, I thought this time I would just do a little bit of a talk for this part of the video, instead of putting music or whatever. This is a contest entry for Lunar Honey's contest. She is really super awesome, and I love her art. And I think she had joined YouTube like right around the time that I did. And so I just think that's really cool that we kind of like joined at the same time and stuff. So yeah, she's super awesome, and I wanted to enter into her contest, which the theme was magical girls and boys, which I freaking love that theme. Oh my god. So, but yeah, I'm not gonna like talk too much about the actual picture itself. If you ever do want to learn more about the pictures that I draw and stuff, the characters and whatnot, you can always, there'll be a little bit of information down in the comments or the description box below, and more so on my DeviantArt too, if you ever want to know about that. I mean, in case you're curious, I don't know. But yeah, I did start out doing this. I'll talk more about the picture now. I did start out doing this in watercolor. So all part one is all watercolor, except for the eyes are with pencils. But now in the second part, I'm mostly focusing on doing the details, and I'm doing that with Prismacolor Verithin pencils. And especially for like the water texture right here, I'm putting in the sort of like little waves in the water and stuff. If you couldn't tell before, that is actually water. It's kind of hard to tell before I had put those little lines in, so hopefully that sort of like, you know, creates that sort of water impression. And just putting, again, just making those sort of water texture lines, I don't know, like blue and yellow and pink, and merging that all together, and then basically just sort of like going in here and just like enhancing some places where the watercolor didn't quite get dark enough, or I just want to put some extra color or whatnot. I don't know, I tend to sort of do this like when I use watercolors, is I sort of go over it with colored pencils. I don't know why, I just like that sort of look. I think it looks really like artsy, and I don't know, I like the different texture because watercolor is very smooth and like colored pencil is kind of grainy. At least on this particular paper you might be able to tell that it's somewhat grainy, but I actually kind of like that contrast with watercolors. I'm not too sure why, but I kind of like that. It looks artsy, I don't know. But yeah, so just going in and sort of like filling these little bubbles, like making them darker in the area that's against the light. This particular picture, I'm trying to like do like a really like heavy sort of light source, which is that yellow back there. So you'll notice that, like, you know, as it sort of fades, the water sort of fades into that yellow, it sort of disappears, like there's less water lines, stuff like that, and making all the bubbles and whatnot. Like I'm see like right here, I'm sort of like shading his hand so it's more yellow and stuff like that, just to create this really bright sort of yellow light. You can also see that like on the trees and stuff too, like they're supposed to be like blue colored, but the light is making them half yellow, if that makes sense. I don't know. But yeah, I mean the colors themselves are not supposed to be like super like to life, obviously. Again, if you want to like read about this, you can just look in the description box below or on my DeviantArt, so you can learn more about that. Interestingly enough too, I also like decided to go ahead and give the trees a sort of like wood texture. And I kind of realized like midway through I was doing this that like texturing wood is kind of very similar to like making the water patterns. I was just going in a different direction, basically. So I thought that was kind of cool. I was like, oh my god, it's like the exact same thing. So yeah, just go ahead and giving the trees a little bit of texture. Again, like making the texture lines like thicker as they're closer to us in the plane of space, and then making them tinier and tinier as they move back into that space. And yeah, it's really simple. I don't know, maybe I'll do a tutorial or something about like water and wood texture, because basically I'm just doing these sort of like little lines up and down, sort of making little circles in the wood sometimes, and just things like that. It's kind of a very like simple way to do it. I don't think it's the right way, but I like to do things kind of simple, artistic, even maybe like childlike. I don't know. I like doing things like that sometimes. Not so super refined. But yeah, and then just like usually how I finish off pretty much all of my drawings is by going in with my white Prismacolor standard pencil. I'm like, what is that again? Oh my god. But yeah, I pretty much always go in and add the sort of white details at the very end with that pencil and my gel pen, my white gel pen too. And then the very last, usually the very last step I do is go ahead and add some pastels, just some pastel dusts, and enhancing a bit of yellow here and there, and putting a little bit more pink, making things a bit darker and stuff. So anyway, I'm getting pretty close to the end here, so I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and Lunar Honey, you're definitely super awesome, and I had so much fun doing this for your contest. So yeah, it was mostly just for fun. You know, winning is great, but I love drawing, so that's the main part. And like that's the main focus. So, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you do have a question for me, you can go ahead and leave it in a comment below. And yeah, thank you so much. I don't know what else to say. Bye.